Okay, so my name's Lisa Johnson. My house was in Lamarck, Texas. I really loved Lamarck. I really loved Texas, and I'm having a little bit of a divorce scenario of this. I mean, it was all go, go, go. When it was over, I was like, oh, I have no part of Texas anymore. I have zero residence, zero connection. My daughter's like, I'm still here. I'm like, no, I get it. But I mean, it's like, when I got divorced, it was like, yeah, oh. And that's how this is. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Well, I tell you, your neighbors definitely love you. They've been taking care of the house the whole entire time. So, that shows a lot.
My neighbors have just been talking about you. They're like, oh no, everything's great. Every now and then I reach out because let me tell you, I got a couple tickets from the city because I had issues with the lawn because I can do it myself and not so much. Yeah. So anyhow, I'm like, so do I need to worry? She goes, no, they're doing great. Aside from the raccoons that are moving into your roof. I'm like, oh my God, there's raccoons in my roof. Okay, sorry. I figured you guys were checking that out because you're like, we're by the house. I'm like, well, you would have seen if there was a raccoon. Awesome.
So Ms. Lisa, tell us a little bit about, the situation of the house, why you decided to, instead of using a realtor, or maybe you tried going with the realtor first, but what made you decide, to sell to an investor?
I just had to leave. I was out of money. I couldn't get another job. I was drowning. When I left my job, I did collect my PTO so I could catch up because I was a month behind on the mortgage and it didn't come through like that. And then I was 2 months behind and I was drowning. I had to leave and it was very stressful. It was very stressful. Yeah. I left so much there. I just prayed a lot and I walked away and I'd been talking to investors for 2 months before I even left, trying to, find a way out. And I knew I was going to have to do a short sale. There was too many things wrong with the house. There was a lot more wrong than I originally thought there was going to be. And I didn't have the means to fix anything. I didn't even have the means to move everything out of my house. You guys were such an answer to everything. And you've been, gosh, and every time I reached out in an email, God, Israel, you were just right there. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry I'm bothering you at home. I have to be. And boom, you just responded every time. And you guys were great. Thank you. And Bernice, it was just, I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm going to do without having you to email because.
I definitely appreciate, the confidence in us. And because I know you had another option on the table. And I know when I spoke with you, I told you, I was like, based on my experience, my knowledge, that other option on the table, it's not going to come to fruition, because we do similar offers like the other that was on the table, but based on the condition of the home and the numbers, I just knew in my heart that was not going to end up, being resolved well for you. So I'm glad you were able to see that, the option that we presented to you was, a viable solution. So I really wanted to find out, basically is, if you probably might have already answered this, but, what made you decide to, move forward with Mr. Deed Spice Houses? Because you did have another option on the table.
It was you. It was you.
What's your experience with Bernice? Obviously, she kept you in the loop. Did you feel that, you always got the response, the knowledge behind it, the answers that she was giving to you and, the rest of the team?
So professional, so courteous, so personable. I mean, I just felt like I was, I don't know, I'm trouble wording this. I reached out to one of my former bosses because she was the one that stepped behind me and said, yes, okay, I'm gonna take you up into manager, and I fail at a lot of things. So I mean, she really was taking a chance on me, but it really helped me see things in such a different light. And it took me back to that, working with Bernice, especially this last 2 months. I've just really felt like I was back in that professional environment. And let me tell you, I'm not here. I mean, I've got everything shut down so you can't hear the chickens. This is super unprofessional right here. It was just so nice to have somebody that has, those those skills, those human skills, not just, you know, great customer relation. I mean, and even you this morning when you're like, it's okay, technology can be tough. And I'm like, she's being so proper. And so I was like, it's okay, dummy, I got you.
Well, the funny thing is, we're all technology challenged here. This is my first install on my cell phone because I'm like, well, the buttons are smaller, the screens are smaller. I can't even Google something because I'm already on my screen. Yeah, I completely understand. Well, let me ask you this, Lisa. Just if you had one word to describe your whole experience with the team, you know, with the solution, what would that one word be?
I strike you as a one word kind of girl. Okay, I would say comforting, because I was able to just trust you guys, you know. I just let it go and said, okay, they've got this and it's gonna work out. And it looks weird, but I didn't know how to, you know, do the job, and y'all did, and that was great. So yeah, it was as a comfort. I knew it was gonna get taken care of.